All right, so I'm going to show you another method using the create side slope command to create the curb and gutter. So I'm going to use this line over here as my sample. And what I'm going to do, it's my DTM curbing. So I'm going to right click and we'll go ahead and I want to edit it first. And the reason I want to edit it first is because I want to see which direction it's going. So I know that this is my start point and it's going in this direction. So left is this side, right is this side. Okay, so I needed just to kind of identify that first. Now I can come up and use on the the data prep tab, I'm going to select create side slope. I've already got my master line, which is this line here. It can be any line or alignment. Beginning station 0 is fine. And I'm going to create a new type of object here. All right, so it's going to be a new definition. You'll see that we can copy and edit, and I'll show you those here shortly. I'm going to go ahead and put a layer, create a layer here for my side slope. So I'm going to call it DTM dash, we'll call it side slope. What this does, it puts a little marker. We want to be able to find that marker later. So I'm just going to put side slope marker. And then what we will do is we'll give it a magenta color. Let's thicken it up quite a bit. Let's do that. Let's protect it. Again, we want to use it later. And then for now, let's just we'll put it in our DTM group. And I'm going to hit close. Now the line layer, same thing. I want that to be my curb. So I'm going to come in and I'm just going to use my, if I use the curbing, and this is probably where you need to think about this, is what's going to happen is these lines that when I create them, the top, back of curb and the gutter pan, are all going to go on a single layer. Now, because these are just going to be used in my surface, I'm just going to put it on this top, back of curb layer. That's fine. We could probably just call this DTM curbing and not separate the top and the back versus the front. All right. Now the sampling distance is, I'm going to set this to 5. Basically, it's going to put elevation along this line every 5 feet. And then I'm going to call it curbing, and it's a 1B curbing, so I'm going to call it 1B. And I'll go ahead and insert that. What it does is now it brings up this editor and lets us put in instructions. So we're going to put in instructions for our curb and gutter. Now I remember I said that this is my left and this is my right. So the first thing I'm going to do is put in the gutter pan. So I'm going to use an instruction type, which is offset slope. You'll see there's a bunch of other ones and we'll get to those later. I'm going to go from the bottom of curb and I'm going to offset it. I know this is a 2-foot curb. So 2 foot, and it's 2 foot to the left. So I'm going to put a negative. The slope or the elevation from the bottom of curb, I can either use a percent, a ratio, some tables, and I'll show you those later. But I'm just going to go to 1% in a positive direction. Okay. So now it's going to be 1%. Now I'm going to call that gutter. All right. Actually, we'll go curb dash 1B dash gutter. And that's going to name the line, so that's fine. I'm not going to worry about any of this for now. I'm just going to click add. And when I zoom in, you'll see that this is my start point. This is my 0, so that's the bottom of the curb. And there's the gutter pan. Now, if we look out here, you can see that that line's actually drawn in there for us. Okay. So what I can do next is draw the top face of curb, or I can just go straight to the top, back of curb like I did on the other one. I'm going to do the top face of curb because I want to add a little bit more detail to this. All right. So you cannot go directly up for an offset. So you can't have a true vertical face. We want to bump this back. And if we look at the curb and gutter, it has a little batter to it anyways. So I'm going to put in basically a 0.1 batter, and it's going to the right, so it's positive. And actually, I apologize. I want to change this to offset elevation because I want to create the top face of curb. Okay. So again, I'm going to choose my bottom of curb. My offset is going to be 0.1 to the right, and my offset elevation is going to be 0.5 for the top of curb based on my detail. So I'm going to call this curbing dash 1B dash top face of curb, so TFC. I'm going to add that one. So there's the top face of curb. Like I said, we could have gone right to the back of curb. Now, my offset for the back of curb, I'm going to go from that top face of curb, and my offset here is going to be already over a half of a tenth, so I'm going to just go over 0.4. So I've got my 5 foot, or my 0.5 or half a foot curb, and my elevation is just going to be 0. I'm not going to change my delta. And this is going to be my curbing dash 1B dash top back of curb. And I'm going to add that. So there's my curb and gutter now. And if we close this and we take a look, we can see that it's got my lines that are all offset for the top back of curb. So I took a little bit of extra steps versus just offsetting the top back of curb like we did over here. But I've got all the lines in my curb that are 3D for my top back of curb. Okay. Now what's nice about that is I can take this guy over here and I can run that same command, and I can choose this option here called copy definition no edit. And all I have to do is I can keep the name the same. We'll call it curbing dash 1B, and I'm going to click insert. And I got to pick the one. So let me pick the one that I want to copy. So I'm going to copy this one, and I'm going to insert that. And you can see here that it put in that curb and gutter, except the gutter is on the wrong side. So all I have to do is pick my curbing, right? So this line string, which is my my DTM curbing bottom of curb, which is this guy here. And I'm going to right click, go to edit, and I'm just going to pick on reverse line string. And that reverses that line string. So now you can see that now I've got both of those curves done. And I could do the same thing down here, but this one's a little bit different. This one here, if I do it, I'm going to right click and edit to make sure we're going which way direction. So that's to my right. Let's go ahead and reverse it so that the gutter pan is to my left, and then run that same command, data prep here. Now, when we look at we want to make sure we look at our plans, because our plans actually calls for an 18-inch curb and gutter here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a copy definition. I'm going to keep everything the same, but I'm going to call this curbing dash 1B dash 18 inches. And I'm just going to pick this one here, and we'll go ahead and insert that. And now you can see that we've got that one done for that 18 inches in here, right? So you can see it should match up with our other one that we just offset for the half a foot back there. Right, so that matches, and it matches down here. Right, so there's our top back. So, you know, we may come back to clean this up, and I may offset this line for the top face of curb. But now that I have both of those. Now we do the same thing up here, but I'm going to show you how to do something different up here. So I'm going to make a different video because we've got some handicap ramps in here that we have to, we want to take care of. Now again, you don't have to do that level of detail, but I want to show you if you so choose. Again, with data prep, you can use this for sight vision, for augmented reality, for creating nice, pretty models. So kind of want to show you how to add the detail if you want to while we're going through this.